What is up, guys? Friday to bring you guys the official moveset guide for Zeraora. If this video does help you, would appreciate a like and subscription, because there are going to be a lot more videos in the future, and along with team build or moveset guides, team builders, etc. Now Zeraora I actually did get from the data mines a few days ago. I am pre-recording this, you guys can tell. Pure electric typing, 1 week to stick around, so very solid typing. And the ability Volt Absorb, so hit it with electric type attack, it gets held back. Pretty solid ability, not like a really bad ability, but it's very solid. As for the stats, 88 HP is actually above average. 112 attack ain't really too bad, it's very solid. 75 defense and 80 special defense, kind of frail. Not as frail as like some things, but it's still very frail. 102 special attack is, I guess, kind of average, and a very good 143 base speed. This outspeeds things like Tapu Koko, Mega Lopunny base 135s, etc. like that, base 140s. So it outspeeds a lot of the metagame. It also allows you to not even need to invest fully into speed sometimes as well, depending on what you're going to be using the mon for. With these stats, it's a very good revenge kill mon. I think that's what it's really going to be meant for. And I think this mon's going to be either OU or UU. I can tell you guys that right now. As for the first set, having a decent attack stat, we're going to try taking advantage of that. It also does have a signature move of Plasma Fist. Now, I'm not quite sure if it's a pure electric type move, or if it's physical or special. That has not been released at this time, but I'm assuming it's a physical. I think it's base. I think they said it was base 100. I don't know. Again, like I said, it's not really defined if it's physical or special type move yet. Have yet to really find that out. But I guess Wild Charge. Wild Charge still is better if it's a base 100 move, but you just have to take recoil. Now, having 88 HP, it does have above average HP, which means you can Wild Charge a few times, take some recoil before you're like in range to almost get KO'd. So it can put out a decent amount of damage with Wild Charge, just because of the above average HP stat, pretty much. And being very fast, you can also invest some into HP, depending on that. It does get knockoff from Move Tutor, which is very cool. Not really the best physical move pool, honestly. I think it has a little bit more better of a special move pool. I guess physical, it does have a few other things like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, a few other things like that, but I definitely see this mon being one of those mods like Tapu Koko where you see more special variants, apart from like physical variants, just because physical move pool really isn't as like prominent as special. Also, if this mon got U-turn, that'd be great. Volt Switch and U-turn. Does not get that, unfortunately. Drain Punch gives some health back as well, so you can be getting health back while using Wild Charge, so very good, and it gets you another type coverage. Volt Switch being there pretty much just gets switched out, and for our Switch initiative, really the reason I have it on this set. A few different possibilities for items: Life Orb, Email, Choice Band, Air Balloon as well, probably. I have 200 speed question mark just because what I really would do with this mod is pretty much just outspeed or invest enough speed into where you get an outspeed base 135s. That's what I probably would do with this mod. I'm probably going to do that most times I use this mod. Just because there really ain't that many mods that are above base 135, apart from the base 140s, but those are really rare. And pretty much everything else that outspeeds you is going to be like base 145, like Mega Beedrill or Mega Alakazam, like I said earlier. So then you can invest some in HP, possibly take a little bit off of speed, so your Wild Charge doesn't really take your HP down as much. So, and as for the natures, Naive, Lonely, Hasty, pretty much the minus defense, minus special defense natures, plus speed or plus attack natures. Honestly, very good for this mod. On the next set, now this set actually is a special set, and I think it's going to be the more prominent set, mostly in OU and probably UU, where this mod lands. Like I said, the stats really don't make it that good of a mod, but having the ability to come in and get a lot of damage off as a good revenge killer is what I think this mod's going to be really, really good for. Then I really like its design. Absolutely beast design. Not shiny lock, by the way, which is cool as well. You can actually shine it for this thing. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, pretty much dual stab there. You throw this thing under Electric Terrain, which unfortunately does not have Electric Terrain as for ability, which would have been really OP, but say you're going against like a top Goku, it's just Electric Terrain, you're going to be hitting insanely hard with Thunderbolt and Volt Switch. It really doesn't have the best special move pool. I think the other thing it really does get is Snarl, which is really, really weak, so, and that's a dark type move, so I really don't need it too much on this set either. This mod, I think one of the things that really going to check this mod really, really well, it doesn't have really too much things for ground types. So you send out like a Hippowdon, it really ain't going to be touching you. Unless it's like a special set where like, the only two things that's going to be getting to touch ground types is Grass Knot and Hidden Power Ice, Hidden Power Grass for things like Gastrodon, Kabutops that are 4 times effective, weak to it, I guess. Mons like that, Swampert, Mega Swampert, Hidden Power, Ice for Lando if it's OU. I think that's one of the problems with this mod. Again, like I said, ground types check it relatively well if it doesn't have Grass Knot or Hidden Power. Even if it does have Hidden Power, it has to have like a Life Orb to hit really hard, or a Specs. And the Focus Blast, just because Snarl is really not bad. I know Focus Blast has a 70% accuracy, but it's better than nothing, honestly. It's probably like the best other special type move you can run. And as for the items, Life Orb, Specs, and Expert Belt, you also can probably throw Air Balloon on here as well, or whatever you guys want, pretty much, honestly. But I think with Life Orb or Specs, that makes the mod hit a lot harder. And being it only has like it has I think 102 special attack, really doesn't hit really that hard without a Life Orb or Specs. I guess E-Belt is cool as well if you get super effective damage, but apart from that, really ain't going to be doing too much damage. 252 special attack, 252 speed. Like I said earlier, you really, if depending on what you're planning to run on the team with this mod on it, you really don't have to invest all of it into speed. You can invest them in HP, etc. Being it has base 143 speed, you can actually either give it Modest Nature, Hasty Nature, whatever really works. So that's one of the good things, having a really good speed tier about this mod. You can always run Modest. And for the last set, more of a support set. It really doesn't get that good of a move pool. I think it gets two setup moves in Bulk Up, Home Claws, and Calm Mind, which is their only 3 setup moves it does get, but it really doesn't have the stats or the HP stat or the defenses to really take advantage of that unless you like Focus Sash. So decided against a setup set, more of a taunt set or a fast support with the leftovers. A fast taunt user with base 143 speed is always very good, really good. Toxic there just for bulkier things. Bullet Switch to come in, get some damage off and switch out, and then knock off to get rid of an item. More of a support set just to pretty much just come in, get damage off, get a taunt off or a toxic, and eventually end up dying pretty much. Leftover / Air Balloon. I guess you can throw Air Balloon on there if you want to have like no weakness. So you come in on a ground type, predicting like a ground type move. Come on in and give it a toxic off, I guess, or a taunt for setting up rocks. Always very, very good. 252 HP, 252 speed, so you're outspeeding pretty much everything. Got the max HP there. Naive, Hasty, Jolly, or Timid, whatever you really want to run. More of a mixed set, so I'm not quite sure what. It really depends on what you guys want to run with it. Apart from that, there's really not too much else to really run with this thing. I guess there is some setup moves, like I said earlier, Calm Mind, Home Claws, and Bulk Up. It doesn't really have the stats to really make advantage of that, though. It does get elemental punches like Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, etc., but the base power on those is really, really low. And there's really no reason to run those over things like Wild Charge or Plasma Fist. So, another cool thing that Plasma Fist actually does, I actually forgot to say this. Plasma Fist, pretty much, if you're going against like a normal type, so you're going against a Snorlax and it's about to use Facade, you go for Plasma Fist, it turns the normal type move into an electric type move, and you will get the Volt Absorb. So it's a very, very cool move, I guess, if you're going against like a normal type. So like I said, not really too much else you can really run here. If you guys have any sets here for yourself, please leave them in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like, subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.